Welcome back to EarthChangers. You may have heard this week there is some very welcome news in the upstate. A lot of people's hearts were broken when Hollywild closed its doors. And this morning I have with me Lucia Meek, who is the co-founder of Hollywild, to tell us that the Hollywild Holiday Lights are back this year. Good morning, Lucia.
Yes, thank you. Good morning.
Can you tell us, okay, the lights are back. If people want to come see, come to Hollywild this holiday season, what do they need to do?
Very well. We just had our sneak preview this past weekend. And from this point forward, from Saturday the 17th through December the 31st, we're going to be opening up every night. Mm-hmm. So we are going on to 7 days a week, all holidays included, of course. And we open every night at 6 p.m. The hours do vary. Some of the weekends we're open later hours, and all the special closing hours are published on our website at hollywild.org. So if you're coming on a particular night and you want to know how late you can come, you can just visit the website to see the exact closing time. Most of the time it's either 9 or 10 at night, but 7 days a week, or 7 nights a week, I guess we should say. And we're ready to greet you.
Okay. And, it really did upset a lot of people. It's such a long-standing tradition in the upstate to go to Hollywild for Christmas. And if someone hasn't been there before, can you explain what exactly the Hollywild Holiday Lights are?
Yes, we have a 100-acre park that gets fully decorated for the holidays. It is set up mostly as a drive-through, but there are 3 sections in the park. Obviously, you travel the majority of the route in your car, but there's one area that we call the deer forest where you can actually go in and feed and pet and encounter herds of animals. We have deer, zebra, the large cattle. In that section, you can take your time and hang around and feed them for as long as you like.
And that is always amazing. I've had zebras stick their heads in my car.
Yes, that is a place where you will definitely find a lot of enjoyment because there's a lot of interaction with animals. They're very used to people coming to see them. And, they're basically in 2 pastures. They can choose to come and see you, or if they've had enough, they go to another pasture and go away for the night. So it's kind of a free choice on their part, but I think that they enjoy the visitors as much as the other way around. But there's that section, and then there is what we call the village. And in that section, you can actually park, get out of your car, and it is really a really enjoyable place. There are many, many activities. One of the favorite is the bonfires, which are up every night. You can roast marshmallows, make s'mores. You can also visit Santa Claus from the beginning until Christmas night, of course. And then there are a lot of petting areas where you can feed camels and zebras. We have Santa's babies. We have puppies and deer and goats and llamas and all sorts of animals that you can actually interact with.
There's nothing quite like feeding a baby goat. There really isn't.
That's exactly right. We provide the little baby bottles, and that interaction is just really very enjoyable. The kids really seem to really relate to that. I guess a lot of the smaller children that are still taking bottles themselves, they just find it pretty amusing that goats also take bottles. That's always a lot of fun. But, we have concessions, and there's a small gift shop where, in fact, there's a beautiful view if you go up into what we call Santa's attic, where you can see a panoramic of all the lights throughout the park.
Oh, wow.
And so it's very pretty. We've done a lot of upgrades and changes this year, so that we're particularly excited to share the new exhibits and the new themes. As you're driving through, there are themes all throughout, and this year we've got a lot of new attractions, if you will. So it's looking very nice and bright, and I think that people really will enjoy returning to it.
And I think people all over the upstate are breathing a sigh of relief that, yes, it's back. And what prompted the decision to bring it back after you closed the park to the public earlier?
Well, truthfully, ever since we announced that the park would not be opening for the season, we have literally hundreds of calls, emails, personal requests to open the holiday lights. So this will be year number 27, and I do know that we have even a second generation of people coming to visit the lights. And we decided just go ahead and keep that tradition because it is so well appreciated in life. We decided it would be definitely worth sharing that still. So it was really by popular request, and we were just really pleased to learn that people had enjoyed what we've been doing all these years so much and wanted to do it again. So we've been getting everything set up and ready for the last 3 months, and we are ready to welcome the crowds.
And that's fantastic. And I think a lot of people don't realize the history of the park because people go, oh, well, it closed down. How is it all still there? The fact is, you never actually went away. It's never specifically been about being a park for the public, right? Tell us how it started.
Sure. Actually, the park evolved as a hobby, as a childhood hobby that David Meeks had ever since he lived in rural South Carolina and started collecting indigenous animals when he was a child. He just really discovered an affinity with animals. And over the course of the years, obviously, his collection grew just because he had different opportunities to have different types of animals. But at some point in time, the funding of the care of the animals was based on his work with movies and commercials. He ended up going to Hollywood and doing a lot of work there, which provided a lot of funding. And at some point in time, the decision was made to share his love and his affinity for the animals with the public. Easily, the place could have remained just a personal collection, backyard, gates closed, but we really just felt that it would be such a shame to have such a beautiful collection of animals and not share them with others. So the park was really just opened for that purpose, just to share. It never really started out to be a zoo, so to speak. It was just a personal love for animals that began the whole story of Hollywild. And so the animals have always been here. They have always been part of our lives. They have always certainly been part of David's. And so, yes, we still have the majority of the animals here. Right. There were a number of animals that were acquired just for the specific purpose of doing educational programs, and people that do education have kept those animals and moved on with them. But the majority of the collection is still here. We have around 300 animals still. So they are here. They never went away. They don't have to go away. We continue to care for them as we always did. Right. The only change is that it is not open to the public during the regular season at this point. Okay. But the backyard remains the same wild place, and we are still here.
Okay, so one more time, to let everyone know, if somebody wants to go see the lights at Hollywild Animal Park this holiday season, they go to hollywild.org.
Yes, that is correct. And
can you pre-purchase tickets?
Yes, I was going to say you can pre-purchase tickets, and all the details on specific hours and rates, and all the details are online. So at hollywild.org, you will find everything you need to know to be able to come to the park.
Fantastic. And thank you for joining us this morning, Lucia. We've been speaking with Lucia Meek, the co-founder of Hollywild. Once again, the Hollywood Animal Lights are holiday lights. The Hollywild Holiday Lights Safari, there we go, is back in action, and we couldn't be happier. Thank you for joining us this morning, Lucia.
Yes, thank you for your enthusiasm and your support. I hope that you'll have a chance to come and enjoy.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Okay, thank you. Wonderful. And that's it for EarthChangers for today. Now I want you to get out there, be an Earth Changer, and have a wonderful week.
If you have an event or topic of interest for EarthChangers, contact Amy Hyder. Amy at earthfmwrth.com.